Honestly, this is always the most heartbreaking thing. Like, as a DM, it would be difficult. It's like you can't target the player's pet. That's just rude. But you can't ignore it because a lot of pets are good hindrances. So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Good morning, everyone. We're going to be jumping into some D&D shorts from Run-Dmg. Let's see.
Notes. But I
Take better notes. I
Wait,
take the notes,
why
right?
do you say that?
Oh, no.
Well, when we arrived at this town yesterday, we were greeted by the mayor, right? Yeah. Well, the DM just told me that the mayor doesn't exist. Like they died?
Oh, no. They
No,
just
my character
don't
doesn't even
exist.
think there ever
Interesting.
was a mayor. They don't exist, or that you don't remember them?
That your character doesn't think
I guess
exists.
both, and when my character tries to think about it, they start crying for some reason. Oh my god, we just stumbled on a false Hydra. We gotta get out of here. Well, we're not going to be in town long. It's probably just a...
There's one thing I've learned about false hydras, and it's just that they're terrifying. It's something that's a hydra that disguises itself as a whole town.
A goof? Well, that's the other thing. We've only been here for a day, but he says that the snow is too deep for us to leave now. But we came here in summer. You awake with tears in your eyes and a clawing sensation. You have forgot something dreadfully important. You spot on the wall before you, "Don't forget about me." Written, looks like blood.
Oh,
And you
well, that's
notice
fine.
that there are more bedrolls and backpacks than there are members in your party. Shit. I think the DM needs to take better notes. I wanted to talk to you about some of the stuff we've been finding in the common areas.
Like, it's a regular skull. It's perfectly fine. Everyone's got a few of those somewhere. It's fine.
Dude, I don't care if it's your shelf. You can't keep human blood in here.
Why? I need a place where it'll be cold. Like, why couldn't you keep the human? This is a really weird thing for me to say, but like, as long as it's like not touching the other food and it's like properly sealed and stuff, it should be fine. I can't think of too many negatives to it.
You want to keep it cold, get a mini fridge for your room. Did you seriously curse my headphones? The only thing I can hear on these now are the screams of everybody I've ever lost. Either you're fixing this or you're buying me a new pair. Oh, I don't care if they can't talk. You're having more than 4 people over on a weekday. That's against the rules. All of the groaning and shambling is keeping me up, and I've got work tomorrow morning.
As a normal, okay, I was just like, why is, if it's you're in a world where a necromancer can do this, first of all, why is the necromancer just renting a regular room? You're a necromancer. Take over something. It's fine. They'll figure it out.
Shut up. My question is, can I make another lich my lich's phylactery? What are you...
I mean, in theory, I think the phylactery needs to be a surface that you inscribe a bunch of runes on. So, like, you could, in theory.
Talking about?
First thought after watching that video was that's an adorable way for liches to get married. My second thought was, monogamy in this economy? What if there was a lich polycule?
Actually, this is a bigger question. If you were to have made another lich, the phylactery, would their phylactery have to be broken to kill your phylactery? Or like, would it be a chain reaction? That lich would take out you as well.
Each individual lich held a portion of all the other liches' soul cages, so if you were to take out one, the collective polycule would then reincarnate the missing lich. Let's be honest,
Okay.
Eternity is a long time. If they're married, like, it's high chance
Till
they're gonna
death
want
do
to
us
bring
part.
in a third,
No,
then a
it's gonna
fourth,
keep
then a
coming
fifth,
back.
then a sixth, then a seventh, then an eighth. And before you know it, you effectively have liches existing in the cloud to a certain degree. Like, there's so many pieces of them in other liches that no matter how they're attacked or how they're destroyed, unless you get all of them at the same time.
Just nuke the plane. It's the only way to know for sure. Just fly up and just destroy the whole plane, take them all out. It's all you can do.
They're not going to be able to get rid of them anymore. The DM let me have a pet.
Ooh,
I'm
a
sure
pet.
they'll have a very long and
Aw.
happy life in Ravenloft.
Honestly, this is always the most heartbreaking thing. Like, as a DM, it would be difficult. It's like you can't target the player's pet. That's just rude. But you can't ignore it because a lot of pets are good hindrances. So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
What kind of pet is it? Like a lizard thing. I just call him Terry. Does Terry have wings?
Oh, is
No, he
Terry
doesn't
a
have any wings, but he has a bunch
Tarrasque?
of spikes on his back, and he walks around like a little T-Rex. Is Terry short for something? Yeah, how'd you guess? Terry the Tarrasque. Oh my god, how did he get an actual kaiju as a pet? It must be weird to have such a...
Oh my god, I didn't think about making it like, because Tarrasques are terrifying, but if you shrunk one down, it would be such a cute little. It'd be like an angry turtle. I'd imagine it wouldn't be able to do too much, but it's got some good defenses, so it's one of those pets I wouldn't be as worried about dying as frequently.
big pet? No, Terry's pretty small. He just hatched from the egg I found. Found or stole?
Oh.
Terry's mom, wherever she is, won't miss a single egg. She has dozens.
Dozens of Tarrasque in the story? Okay, interesting.
I wouldn't
I'm trying to
use
stick to
Wish
these
hollow
ones,
out
not
the
the
moon.
other
Why would
ones.
I get a simulacrum army to do it for me? I have a few reasons for this, but reason number one is that when you cast Wish and actually make a wish, the Dungeon Master gets to interpret that. And they have a huge latitude to do that and incorporate unexpected consequences or even...
And this is why genies are so often portrayed like as evil or chaotic. It's like when you make a wish, you are relying on a third party to interpret and handle what is actually going to happen from that wish. And it has to be within their power. That's why like so many wishes for unlimited power or things like that backfire. Like this is why Jafar got trapped. He was given unlimited power. He just can't wield it himself. He was thrown into that small lamp and launched into the Cave of Wonders.
completely subvert
So
your
it's
wish
like, yeah,
into
we're just gonna
something that
make
is
it
completely unusable. They can also say no. So this could
$1 million
happen.
hairs.
I cast
for example.
Wish to hollow out the moon. The moon's hollow now. It's an egg for a moon-sized Tarrasque. All right, see it.
They just really like Tarrasques right now, I guess. But it's true, like the moon would be hollow. Another way to interpret that wish would just end it really quickly is, okay, it no longer has the weight it needs and is going to fly off. Like, it's not going to have stayed where you put it originally.
Reason number two, I think the simulacrum spam is a funnier concept than casting Wish. Technically, rules is written, and I feel like the rules lawyer could argue for that while still retaining a lot of power, I guess you could say, behind the rules, while the Dungeon Master basically has to make a ruling that's maybe outside of the rules. But if you cast Wish, then the Dungeon Master is well within their power to subvert that wish, and is actually, there is some expectation to do that. So I thought it'd be more interesting.
It's more
Why
fun this
wouldn't I
way.
use Wish to hollow out the moon? Done fighting this, you can be a
Oh, okay,
little
so this
rich.
is the explanation. I'm going the wrong way.
You're seeing reason. Wait, I feel a butt coming. But soul cages need to be hollow, like completely hollow. Do you want a cave on the moon to be your soul cage, or the entire moon to be your soul cage? That's a lot of digging. Yep, 20 billion cubic kilometers or so to dig out, so
20
probably
billion?
get to work. I'm gonna need a lot more simulacrums. What now? I use a 7th level spell to cast simulacrum. That costs 1,500 gold per use. And then that simulacrum of me would know Wish because I know Wish, and then would use that spell to cast simulacrum again, but without the material spell components. And then that new one would also have Wish. And eventually, thousands of me working together to hollow out the moon. It would still take forever. Fine, millions of simulacrum then. It literally only cost the initial 1,500 gold. Oh, I gotta go.
Yeah, it's gonna have the issue of, as you hollow out the moon, it's gonna change orbit or something. There are ways to deal with this.
I think I'm the Dungeon Master's favorite. What makes you say that? The DM called me last night asking me all these questions about my character's
no.
backstory.
Oh no. I mean, I guess on its own, that isn't anything bad. It could just mean that it's like, oh, okay, we're going to focus on so-and-so's backstory, this one, or I want to incorporate a part of it. However, well, I can see this part being an issue.
What kind of questions? What is their greatest fear? Do they have any friends, family, or lovers? Do said lovers, family, and friends live in any flammable homes? And what my hometown is?
Inflammable. Everything is flammable. Let's be honest. If you're using like dragon fire, you're melting most stuff. It'll be fine. Very few things are not
Oh, that's so
meltable.
awesome for you. Oh, actually, what is your character's hometown? I hadn't actually thought about it a lot, but the DM helped me find one. Barovia.
Oh.
He doesn't realize he just signed up to have his hometown in a horror nightmare dimension. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome.
I mean, if it's in a horror nightmare dimension, the houses being flammable is probably the least of the issues. It's probably fine.
It's in the land of ravens or something, and there's a baron with like a really funny name. Oh, well, maybe one day we'll go. That's the best part. We're starting the campaign there. See, I'm the favorite. Just a reminder before we start the campaign, having a backup character is highly recommended. Shit. I think I'm the dungeon.
I think we should open it.
No.
Every time.
Actually, you know
I think
what?
we should open it.
No. It's pretty clearly a trap.
Do it. Amazing video by Zach, but it actually outlines a very important problem that a lot of DMs and GMs have, which is how do you get your players to open up that chest?
Yeah, like how you've got to have players that are playing as their character, because if you're not playing as your character and you're playing like, oh, I know this is going to go badly, I shouldn't do this. However, if your character has an intelligence of 8, they aren't going to think this is going to go bad. They're going to go, ooh, shiny, and try to open the mimic. Once again, big fan of mimics. Actually, I don't know that I mentioned that. Mimics, just because of their versatility, are a lot of fun and can be used in many good ways.
I'm going to show you a couple of tools that I use. What are you, a chicken? Come on. Come on.
Okay, I wasn't expecting the what are you, a chicken? Like, but no, it works best if you have a group that's actually playing as characters. It's too common where it's like your barbarian is not going to be smart enough to have checked all those traps and looked up in case there was runes hidden and made sure to. That being said, if they're in a party with a wizard and a rogue or something, maybe those guys would, and the barbarian knows, okay, let them check first. But if it's by himself, he's just going to charge in there. Come on now.
Come on. You won't even
Come on. Exactly.
open up my chest. I'm such a bad DM. Why did you just open it? Should if you say what? I don't know. It could be really cool, though.
I didn't actually catch what he just said.
I don't know. It could be
No, I gotta try that one more time.
just open it. Should if you say what? I don't know. It could be really
Did I say what?
cool,
I don't know what was said. It was
You're
said
touching
so
it?
quickly.
Oh, you touched it? Oh, you're touching it. You're touching it? Oh, you touched it. You touched it then. Okay, you touched it. My other D&D group would have touched it. They're pretty cool.
I think we should open it. Every
No.
time I have a skit with a nat 1 in it, I get a comment like this. I use the nat 1 because it's the most obvious outcome. Like, if you roll a nat 1, you're probably going to fail. I don't have to explain that, oh, it doesn't hit the DC. It's just like, oh, nat 1, you fail. Everybody gets it. Also, you're kind of wrong because on page 242 of the DMG,
I mean, yeah, you can. There is stuff that'll let you succeed. I think, besides the whole like lucky feats, which would just make it so you could do it more often, or I think there's what's the rogue one? Uncanny ability or something like that, where you can get just if it's lower than a 10, it's a 10 sort of thing.
it says this: critical success or failure. Rolling a 20 or a 1 on an ability check or saving throw doesn't normally have any special effect. However, you can choose to take an exceptional roll into account when adjudicating the outcome. This is in the Dungeon Master's Guide. I'm the Dungeon Master, so I get to choose. And I choose to do that. I love using crits on a
I do love the idea that like you really should not have been able to do that, but fuck it, luck was on your side. You've managed it. I see that with the like Baldur's Gate 3 stuff. That it's like this is an ability check of 99. You roll the nat 20. Okay, you win. You get this. I don't know how you would get that check any other way, but
ability checks. It adds a little texture and fun to everything. It's not just pass fail. Sometimes you can get really good results. Sometimes you get horrible results. And even if it didn't mention it in this book, which most Dungeon Masters don't even read, I still might do it just because It's my game. I get to do what I want. I'm the dungeon master. Your game, you get to be a dungeon
I mean, rule of cool is like rule 0. Like, you can do what I want.
master.
It's
My
fine.
game, I dungeon master. How about that? Every time.
While walking in town, a jovial-looking pixie walks up to you and says, "Hi, my name is Chapel Gnome, and I would like to be friends, please." Oh my god, that's so cute! Chapel Gnome is the sleeper villain trifecta. He has a pun name, a funny voice, and he's just a little guy. I don't trust this thing. Can I do an insight check? Crap, this could ruin everything. My hopes and dreams squashed before they even start. I gotta act now.
You gotta be fine.
Sure, of course. You can do an insight check. I've got like a +12, so I'll really figure this guy out. A +12? What is this ranger, Sherlock Holmes? I don't know about this. If he gets more than a 10, I'm gonna have to say that there's something off about him. Oh no, Chapel Gnome is already ruined! Ah, crap, I just got a nat 1. Haha, fate and dice are on my side. I shouldn't
You
have
can't
been so
discern
panicked.
anything. Actually, that's always the hardest part when you're trying to do like an insight. If you roll a nat 1, the player knows that, but like you have to explain it in a way that's like, how do you make that you can't get a read on them? I guess it'd be the way you'd phrase it, but that's like a middle one. If you completely fail, I feel like you get the opposite read on them. So like if you say, "Oh yeah, this person wants to be your best friend, is gonna sacrifice himself," that's like the player knows something's wrong then, and it's always the hard part.
He
with this.
seems like a normal gnome. Oh wait, I have inspiration. I can re-roll. Shit. While walking.
I mean, I feel like he seems like a normal gnome would be fine in every respect.
While walking in
Because I think let me go back to the
town, a
introduction.
jovial-looking pixie walks up to you and says, "Hi, my name is Chapel Gnome, and I would like to be friends, please."
This can still be entirely true. If you're doing an insight, he wants to be friends with you. Why he wants to be friends with you, I guess, is probably the hard part to do it, because like he might not necessarily know that you're the hero party at the time, especially if you're early in the campaign. It's I don't know, it's always a complicated thing. But I think that's where I'm going to call it. Thank you guys for watching it. See you guys next time.